Yeah.
How much help they do. In any event, he also can do 14 dialects in 30 seconds. So,
I don't know about all that. You'll have to take one of my classes. My students always say that I switch dialects 12 times in the middle of the class. But so in this show, I won't take very long because I'd like us to get back to the read-through because it's a lot of fun. But there's basically 3 main dialects in the show. There's, of course, the Yorkshire dialect, which basically, here's the thing, is if you just shoot for Irish or Scottish, if you can do Irish or Scottish accent, the differences between Yorkshire and Irish are basically going to be resolved by the fact that they're using a whole bunch of these and thys in the script and the words. So it's and mun and all of that stuff. That's as much Yorkshire as you're going to get. So if you try to do the Irish pronunciation and you have to go up on the ends of your sentences. So that's if you try to go up on the ends of your sentences, even the ones that aren't a question, they always have to that's the way you do it. And so I mun say Canada show me that kind of stuff. So that's about as good of Yorkshire as we can probably get. This is my first show to dialect coach ever back in 1996. I was a graduate student at Missouri State University, and then later I got a job in a nursing home working with a British occupational therapist, and I said, "Oh, listen, I can do a Yorkshire accent," and so I did the Yorkshire accent, and then I was just like heartbroken because he was like, "Yeah, you sound like you're from Ireland." Like, fine. I could have sworn that was Yorkshire. And then he did a Yorkshire accent. I'm like, you sound the same as I did. And he's like, no, I don't. I'm like, okay, whatever. So the big thing is that if we just get up into Ireland and Scotland, the American audiences aren't going to know. And and any British people that happen to be here will be happy for the effort. So, so that's basically it. Now, if you really want to hear real live Yorkshire people speaking, I did post on the Facebook page an array of characters. I tried to get a Ben-like person, a Mrs. Medlock type person, a Martha, and a Dickon kind of person. But those are that. And then the other accent besides standard British is going to be the Indian accents. And now I have a student of mine from India who has agreed to come help out with this production. And her name is Kinnery. And she's just one of the most delightful people that you'll ever meet. And so she will help us out with that Indian accent and the Indian pronunciations. And might even provide a translation. Although the last time that I got an Indian person that looked at the Uski Bimari kind of, that kind of that kind of stuff in the beginning of the show, she looked at that and she said, "That's not any Indian language. That's just gibberish." I'm like, oh. We'll see if this one says the same thing. So we'll see. I think that some of it is actual, and then I think once you go into the tantra, mantra, yantra stuff, she's like, that's just gibberish. I don't even know what they're talking. I think that's what she actually said. She said it's a bit like abracadabra in English. It's like just magic words or whatever that you would just make up. I was like, oh, that's funny. But the other stuff, it's actual words. I can't remember what the translation is, but we'll find out, hopefully. So standard British. Okay, wait. Let's go back to Yorkshire for now. What I'm hearing is pretty good. So try, listen to those recordings on Facebook. And I think a lot of the stuff can be achieved if you try to go up on the ends of your sentences in intonation. And then you also take off all of the ings and make them in, whether it's written in the script or not. So if it says, wandering, you say wandering around. Is a good thing to do. But also, just try to talk with your mouth all puckered up like that. Kind of round up the vowels a little bit, and then relax later. But after you get the pronunciation down, then standard British And also Yorkshire. Okay, so here are the words that I'm hearing that are constant. And so you might want to write these words down. These are all words in which America, we will say the ah vowel. But in Britain, they will say something that sounds like the ah in father. Yeah, or even like the ah in pa in the South. Okay. Y'all have some pa, ha. Everybody do ah. And now say can't. There you go. There's your ah. So it's can't. Can't, right? Can't. That's a different vowel. Smutty minds. Can't take you guys anywhere. Okay. All right. I can't go on no more. I can't go on no more. And then master. And dance. Translate. I don't know who said translate. Oh, I'll translate into Yorkshire for you till you get the way of it. Yeah, that one. Translate. Ask. And then answer. Answer my question. And then glass. Right. And now it's not gloss, it's glass. Like father or pa.
Like
Glass, yeah. Like smile and say glass. Glass. And then another word that's a lot in the show is garden. Garden. There's no R in garden. Garden. Yeah. Garden. No, you're going to take out the I before the N. So it's not be garden. It's been garden. Garden. Yeah. It's a little bit like the way we would say that syllable in English. Garden. Right. Yep. Garden. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then a couple of words. Let's try, unless it gets like overly, you don't want to do it too much. But again is not again. It's let's try again. Again. And then ben, B-E-E-N, let's try bean. Bean. At the very least, you can do ben. But bean is also good, too, if you want to go very, very proper. All right. Any questions at all?
O's.
What?
The O's, don't they?
Oh, yes. O. It starts with an and then ends with an oo. O. Very good. Yes. Other questions? Anything? Well, I'll be here all week. So, here.
Just drop the mic.
Strangers in the night.